Hey everybody, welcome to Kats Creations. Decided to do a little bonus episode. If you guys watched me yesterday, you'll know that I am in the process of doing a custom order. So while I was doing the planning and cutting, I was thinking, why not share with you guys the custom order that I'm working on, which is a tutorial as well, teaching you my design for 2020 for the Farm Fresh eggs/chicken wreath. So I absolutely love this design, and thankfully that you can sneeze. The manufacturers are coming out with some really great stuff. I don't know if it's geared more to farmhouse, but it definitely is geared to something. I don't know if it's necessarily the farmhouse trend, but I think people are just gravitating towards the chickens, the cows, the pigs.
Yeah, farmhouse is so big this year.
Yeah, and I think it will be. This is my favorite design that I have come up with for this year, just based on the different color palettes and how they all go together when you wouldn't really think that these colors would look well together. So I just thought that I would take this opportunity and share with you what I'm doing and turn it into a tutorial for the custom order that I'm working on right now. So, anyone there?
This is about 21 so far. Julie's on, Wilhelmine's on, and that's everybody that's posted so far.
Okay, no worries. So like I said, this was an impromptu. I didn't give advance notice. I don't normally go live on a Saturday, but I just thought, why not? So once again, 14-inch Dollar Tree wreath frame. That's just my go-to standard. So I'm going to teach you how to just wire up the last section, which is exactly similar for the other 5 sections on the 14-inch Dollar Tree wreath frame. So just taking a pipe cleaner, you're going to take your section, and in between each weld, you're going to use those as your end points. You're going to kind of put this pipe cleaner in the middle of those two, wiring together the 2 innermost sections so that you have one in between. And then now, because we have that one in the middle, that and the weld marks on each side are going to help us determine a midway point for wiring together the 2 outer sections. So we're going to just wire the outer 2 using the weld in our middle pipe cleaner for the inner to help us gauge that.
More girls are jumping on, so we've got Sharon Burkhardt.
Hi, Sharon.
Karen. Wilhelmine, obviously, he said, hi, Cat Steve, great surprise.
I know, right?
Julie said you need to do a live every day, so I have something to do.
That's what Steve, I kid you not, just said that. He goes, until things go back to normal, you need to do a wreath, like a live every day. And I'm like, we would just run out of space of like putting stuff somewhere. So
well, we could do chocolate chore or whatever else too.
Yeah, so who knows? I mean, we'll see how that goes. So the wreath is all set up and ready to go. We're doing 2 different types of Deco mesh. These are all the poly jute. So these are the ones with natural fibers. These are the ones you cannot cut with a wood burning tool, so you have to use your rotary cutter. I'm combining the beige with the white with this burgundy and natural. Both are cut to 20-inch pieces, so I'm doing 9 of the burgundy and then 9 of the natural, and I guess they call it natural and cream. Both came from Craft Outlet. I don't know if this color was new this year. I'm thinking, I remember it being a little bit whiter, and then you have the overall wide. I don't know if this is a new color, but it was the color that I needed to do this particular wreath. So we're just going to take these and ruffle these in every single one of the pipe cleaners, and we're going to alternate colors.
Yeah, you could probably put your wreath up on your...
I need it to put, I have to put my Ruffles in it. I'm like, I couldn't really put it up there, because then I'm like, now I have to go take it down. So I just have a tendency of starting in the middle. I'm going to put my finished edges to the middle and to the outside so that my cut edges are to the sides. And the way that that kind of will lay is the cut edges will kind of form a little circular pattern. So that I'm going to go to the next one, and you're going to start to see me alternate. So I'm not going to necessarily worry so much of like, well, these 2 are the same. It's just going to fall that way. just based on the fact I'm only doing 2 colors. So we're going to go right down to the very next pipe cleaner, which is the lower one.
So with all that, Vanessa's on, Patty, Kathy, Donna, Brandy, Karen, Amanda. Amanda said, hi guys, glad I'm finally catching a live.
Awesome.
Deborah said hello from Michigan.
Welcome, Deborah.
Michelle, Maggie said hi from Ohio. Jean, Patty Crade said, needed this today, it's terrible staying in.
It really is.
And then Marie said, great, I just made a wreath with that sign. Oh, awesome.
Oh, very good.
Patty said, what a surprise. Hello, everyone. Debbie, Patty Crane, Wanda, Donna, and Joyce.
Awesome. All right, so you see that this was my interior one, and then these are my 2 exteriors. So now I'm going back inside. So I'm going to grab my burgundy. And so I'm kind of watching it. I'm making sure that I'm alternating on the outside, but then I'm also alternating my colors on the inside and not worry so much of like, okay, these 2 are gonna lay right next to each other. Doesn't matter. The colors are gonna basically create their own pattern. And then remember, we have our sign. We're gonna have a pretty big bow on this one. And then we'll have our ribbon tails, and we're gonna incorporate some Steve's favorites, chicken wire. It's a chicken wire ribbon. So we started those last year, 2 years ago,
yeah,
is when we discovered the chicken wire ribbon, which just kind of goes hand in hand with a chicken egg wreath.
Right.
So this one we're grabbing, another one.
This to me is like an epitome of farmhouse.
It's sad because every time I make them and I get comfortable having them in my kitchen, because my kitchen colors are tan, black, tan, and red. So this really impacts our kitchen. It looks gorgeous, and so Steve and I are like, we need to make one for our kitchen and just leave it. Because it looks really nice over our kitchen sink window. So it just kind of fills that space. So we're in the public group. You can share the video. So feel free to do that. You can like and share it. You can do a watch party on it if you'd like. What else? If you're new, let us know. What's been happening is when people are new, they generally have an opportunity, to say, hi, I'm new, I live in this city, and generally what ends up happening is they find a creative member, and then they become their own crafting buddies.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of nice. And so now we're going to do tan.
Yeah. Patty said, is that chicken wire hard to work with?
I'll show you how.
A little.
Yeah. I'll show you how, because the one thing that you're going to have to really work with is when you cut it, sometimes if they haven't twisted it all the way, it can come undone in the sections. And then of course, when you cut the edges, those now become a hazard. So you've got to do away with the hazard, so that as your customers, fluffing their wreath or doing whatever they're going to do, you want to minimize the risk to your customer, because most of the time we don't get cut on regular ribbon, but this is actual chicken wire, like what you would use on a chicken fence.
And yes, gals, it's crazy everywhere.
I know, it really is. So this is nice. I mean, it's pretty sad because we woke up and we're like, so what do you want to do today? I'm like, kind of really is nothing to do.
Yeah.
I mean, you can go to movies, but I think that's what everyone's going to do until those close.
Put it this way, I got so bored I started deep cleaning our carpet.
He did. He actually told the carpet cleaner. He's like, I'm gonna deep clean the carpet. So I was like, okay. So yeah, I will probably be doing a lot more chocolate tour videos because we have a lot of the farmhouse ones. I think I want to do a mercantile, and then we need to eventually do the front of our oven because we're going to take the fresh or baked fresh daily transfer, and we're going to put it on the glass front on our oven door. So just to kind of add a little bit of pop to the kitchen. So just to show you that there's other varieties of what you can do with chocolate. So who knows, we might be chalking our whole house during our hiatus.
Wow, so Patty Crane said, I love these colors. I was so desperate that I made a wreath with TP rolls. It's crazy in Indiana, and then she said it's sold in 10 minutes.
What?
Probably because they want the toilet paper.
Maybe. I don't know. That's kind of crazy. And it's funny because I see them popping up on my Pinterest newsfeed, just random designs that people had a couple years ago with like a toilet paper type of comic wreath, and then they're regurgitating that design again because it's almost relevant. So I think you have to find humor in things.
Yeah. And then Gordon Hughes said, hey, from Michigan, nice Saturday surprise.
Thanks for joining us.
Donna said, thank you for doing a live, and Cindy said, thank you for making a special appearance.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah, Kat just decided to do live today, which I thought was a good idea.
I think we need to. I don't know. I mean, it might end up turning out to be like what Steve says. It's just something that we do because we're going to get sick of all the Netflix stuff.
Taking everybody's minds off of
the
daily stress.
Or if you have your craft supplies, I mean, for us, for me, this is how I cope with things, is I create. So I just go into my craft room and grab something, and I'm like, let's make something.
Don't you want a beige color?
Because the next one here is beige.
Oh, God, I didn't see it.
Yeah. I'm watching.
So I said, always love watching. Rhonda, hi from Glen Fork, West Virginia. Love watching you. Thank you, Rhonda.
Thank you. So if you guys are interested in this design, I'm just doing custom orders for this, which means you can request this design, and then based on my own specifications, it will be just slightly different than everything else. But you'd have to message me and let me know. Because I think I have 2 more signs, and then that's it. And who knows? I mean, based on craft supplies, if you'll ever be able to get, you will be able to get them. Let's just reframe that. Is just when and how popular they are. So the sign came from, I think, Craft Outlet. All the Deco mesh is from Craft Outlet, or the jute burlap mesh, because this is like imitation burlap. It looks like it, but it isn't burlap. So you don't have to wear the face mask when you're cutting it.
And the sign you said was from Craft Outlet, right?
Sign thing, came from Craft Outlet. And then I'll go over the ribbons as we get into it. The chicken wire ribbon came from Hobby Lobby.
Yep.
And I'll show you that. So I did save one piece to show you how to trim that and fix it so that it prevents people from becoming injured while touching the chicken wire.
Julie commented, said, my husband won't even let me get up and clean dishes, so I'm absolutely bored.
Aww.
This is not me, but I go back to the doctor on Tuesday and praying he says I can get back to living just a little slower. Well, listen to your husband for now.
Yeah.
Definitely take it easy.
I remember when Steve was out, he was, I think, was it 30 days? He could move within the house.
I went back to work pretty quick because I could just work remotely.
You worked from home.
Yeah.
But I think for 30 days it was no heavy lifting because of the surgery.
Yeah.
When they go in to put in stents, there's minimal things that you had to do. So his was plop his butt in his chair, so I totally get that with your husband.
Plus you got to get used to the blood thinners and everything else. Takes
Fun
a little bit
stuff,
of a toll.
right?
Yeah. Hi gals, just join in. Gretchen, Joyce, Antoinette, Fran.
So are you guys working on anything, or I mean, what are you doing? Like for us, we're avoiding all the stores, especially grocery stores. We're staying away from all of that stuff. Because even if you just have to go run in and get something fairly quick, it's like we've heard the lines are like 2 to 4 hours long.
Yeah.
And honestly, I don't have patience for that. I would just be like, no, I'm done. So we will write it out and just wait for all this to reset and for everything to go back to normal. But we get to craft. and make stuff.
Yeah.
So for us crafters, we're at ease. We have things to keep ourselves busy.
Yeah. Michelle said I just got a bunch of new signs. I'm so excited. So that's good.
What kind of signs did you get, Michelle? Kind of curious. Two. I have exactly 2 pieces left. So we're gonna go. I'm just making sure my colors are the same because I'm like mentally doing 2. I'm watching the interiors and making sure those are getting alternated, and then on the outside that I'm keeping the alternating pattern of burgundy and then tan all going. So you can do this. This would look really pretty too if you did it all in the burgundy color and just popped tans here and there. That would also look really amazing. Last one. Okay, and then we'll do our bow, add our signs, add our tails and embellishments to the outside, and then we'll finish it off with some eggs. Because you can't have a farm fresh egg wreath without eggs.
Sandra asked, where did you find the eggs? They were Michael's. Yep.
Last year. Yeah, Michael's last year had a really good deal on little bags of speckled eggs. And so I got pastel ones for Easter, and then
beige and green.
Yeah, there's a beige and green set, and then there's one that's just like a more natural mix. So like these are all just the speckled, kind of like a burgundy and like a goldish yellow color. So this is the base. So the base is all complete.
Looks good.
Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and work on our bow for this. So I'm gonna show you. We're using Bow Dabra because it's simple. We're gonna use this. This is the Country Life. So it's got Farm Fresh, Country Life, Simply Blessed, and this is the alternating pattern of the pig, the chicken, and the cow. This came from Craft Outlet, and then also just the chickens with the chicken wire, because that looks amazing because this is the same wire ribbon we're going to be using. So baby chicks, roosters, and chickens. We're going to come in and we're going to add a black and white ticking to this wreath, as well as burgundy and tan gingham, the black and tan harlequin, and then we're also coming in with red and white harlequin. So these are, I think I got them all. These are the patterns for our design. And I'm trying to remember how I had them. I think it went like that. I had to really break up the harlequin a lot. And then I think it goes like that. Yeah.
That one's perfect because it's a 2.5-inch chicken with chicken wire in it.
Right.
Yeah.
So that wasn't out the first couple of years. So
right.
That's why I'm saying they've evolved this quite a bit. So we're going to dovetail our ends, which is wired edges together. Fold. We're going to start cutting on the folded side and go all the way to that point. And I'm doing 10-inch tails. And we're going to do twist. That's how you get the Bow Dabra to work. It's always going to be about the twist. This is going to be 5.5-inch loops.
And Vanessa, all the mesh was cut to 20-inch, right?
Yes,
yep,
all of it's 20-inch. Yeah, there's no need, because you just want a really light base for this one, because there's going to be so much embellishments, so it's just going to kind of add nice soft little waves through the rest of the wreath.
And is it signed at 12 or a 14-inch?
It's 12-inch round. It's like 11.75, so basically rounded up, it's a 12. So right to 20, or in my case 10. So I'll do this.
Well, I mean, she'll show the chicken wire ribbon here in just a little bit.
Yeah.
She says she's fixing to go to Hobby Lobby.
Oh, you fixing to go to Hobby Lobby?
And it's not in the seasonal, it's just in the regular ribbon.
Yeah, go into the regular ribbon section, and I believe that this is not the ribbon 50% off. But it's only like $3.99 to buy it anyway.
Yeah.
And then when it goes 50% off, it's like $1.99. So let's put some of our chicken in here as well. So we'll dovetail this one. I love this ribbon. When I saw it, I was like, okay, this seriously makes the farm fresh eggs or the chicken wreath. So we're twisting. I'm gonna put this in, and this time we're gonna do 5-inch loops. So you'll always see me bring my bow jabber back to reset it to the 10-inch line. So I just take the middle and I run it on this 10-inch line. It's just easier to calculate the math that way because you're doing 5-inch loops.
Yep.
Just
Cindy
like
asked, what was the first wreath you ever made?
It was a fall wreath. It was well, business-wise, it was a fall grapevine. First wreath I probably ever made was probably Christmas.
Christmas for us.
Yeah.
For above the garage or for the front door.
Yeah, because we have,
Decades ago.
what is it? We have a 36-inch one that goes above our garage.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, we would get crazy and start doing them for Halloween.
Oh yeah.
So.
Years and years ago, we made that crazy Nightmare Before Christmas wreath that had the eyes and the teeth in it.
That we left up for Christmas.
Yeah.
So, put it up for Halloween, leave it up through Christmas. Okay, then we're gonna do this red and white harlequin. This is a pretty thick ribbon. It's almost a burlap. It's really thick canvas. So this one's gonna be 9-inch tails.
Crafts by Diana said, hi Kat, I'm slowing down on making wreaths because I'm not sure when I'll be able to go to any craft fairs. That's true, all the craft fairs are closed down.
But you could always be, and here's the beauty of things, right, is we're in online retail. So we're not held by the standards that regular box retail stores are held to. Our business can continue. And we don't have to worry about shipping because you could have FedEx, UPS, or USPS pick up at your door front, and you don't have to worry about going out.
Yep.
So all I know is I'm going to stay busy. Who knows? Might overstock my house. Might stock Christmas early because you always have that Christmas in July, right? You never know.
Sharon said, Steve, I noticed last night, can you do a close-up on the tree on the left side of your sink? Is it a tropical tree? Sorry, I know it's not related to the wreath. No, it's actually an Easter tree.
Yeah, you want to see that? It's kind of weird.
It's cute.
It's an egg Easter wreath. So it has like all these little things on it. So they just hang off this little
Easter
tree.
eggs and bunnies and chicks and...
Right. So it kind of goes with the rest of our Easter stuff in the house.
Yeah, we got it years and years ago. I don't remember where. I think you got it from the stash.
The stash.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I thought it was really cute. And nobody wanted it, so it just felt like it needed a home. So I'm like, I'm going to pull that out of the box. I'm going to put that up. So now we've got the ticking. And I love this. It comes in almost every color. It has navy blue, which is great for nautical wreaths.
Yeah.
They have it in red, and then this black and white, which is just super nice. So, what did I just say? 1, 2, 3, 8.5.
Gretchen said, I love the colors you chose of the Deco match, Kat. They go so well with the sign. They do. They really do.
Wait till you see when we put the ribbons in there. Okay, so the loops are going to be exactly the same as the one I did before this. So this is 4.5-inch loop. So the middle ones are exactly the same because then they set the base for all of the 1.5-inch to follow. So I just need to make sure I get my tails right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8.5-inch. I think this would just be my favorite ribbon anyway. To do all kinds of cool
Sharon said,
stuff.
thanks, that's so cute.
Welcome.
Carolyn said, thanks for the Saturday surprise, watching you from home in Kentucky on a rainy day.
I wish it was raining here. It's just super windy again. Because...
It's kind of like a free documentary.
What?
What you doing?
This is a documentary?
It's a tutorial. Yeah.
Tutorial. Yeah, not a documentary. So, and then we're going to use... Oh, okay, so... Craft outlet. Because I wasn't telling you. Craft outlet. craft outlet. All of them. All the ribbon is craft outlet. So I'm just using a bigger bolt than the little one because I needed the skew, and I was like, how could they not put the skew on the big round one? But yeah, this burgundy in town is amazing because it'll get you through Christmas, it'll get you through patriotic, the Americana look, so it's very universal. So 8-inch tail, and then this is going to be a 4-inch loop for this. So I'm trying to practice gauging my loop size. Sometimes I just try to go, is that 4 inches?
Yep.
Well, we
Hey
shall see.
Debbie, Wanda said love the ribbon combination. Hey Brenda. Oh, Antoinette, that's awesome. She says, my husband Mike is a foreman at a private school, and of course all the clothes are closed in the state. So he's going to finish my wall. He's putting my ribbon up in shelves. So.
See, we will find things to do.
Yeah, that's awesome. Your husband, take some photos when it's done and post it.
Right? Because that's what we were thinking. I mean, it gives us an awful lot of time to do some of the things around our house that we simply don't have time for. We'll probably go and start our vegetable garden depending upon weather.
Yeah, I was going to make shoe rack for us in the closet.
Yeah, he's going to put shoe racks in our master bedroom closet. We might do the farmhouse, the barn door for our master bedroom window.
Yeah, maybe.
So, yeah, that was just leftover piece.
Wow, David said it's raining, snowing, and sleeting in Indiana.
Really?
Wow.
Rain, snow, and sleet.
Yeah, and then Illinois. Sarah said the same thing. It's been snowing hard all day in Illinois.
Aw. So that makes it twice as hard, right? Because you really can't go out,
And you don't want to go out.
right? Okay, so 7.5-inch tails will be the last one. And I like the impact that the black and tan Harlequin ribbon has when it's featured as that center ribbon, because the egg that I use on this one it's a black and like a off beige color egg. So that actually just really makes the rest of the colors pop. And these are 3.5-inch loops for the final with 7.5-inch tails. And then of course you can always trim these down depending upon how your sign plays out or where it lays in conjunction with your sign.
Right.
Because that's a lot of stuff. You can see where in the past I've like, I'm not going to use that. So you can just add, like these are ones for tails. I think I ordered all these ribbons because I wasn't sure what I had. So Craft Outlet had them all in stock. Okay, now we will get our pipe cleaner. So I'm going to use a beige one. And we're going to smash all these together because they're all so nicely stacked. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we can put this away. And I have my cutting board already here. Because I was like, I'm just going to move everything forward.
It's like a baking show.
It's like a baking show.
Pre-prepped.
Yeah, only I was a sous chef, right?
Unless but we don't have the actual finished product done.
Oh,
Ahead of time.
right. Ahead of time?
Yeah.
It's because every time I do them, they sell. So, this is a 18 by 24 inch, 3/4 inch bamboo cutting board. So Steve just put a C-hook on it for me to use as a fluff box because I need space. I want low, and because I think the regular
Flat.
fluff boxes are like 3 inches or something high.
Yeah.
And it's a 12 by 12, and I need more flat because when we spread these out, you're gonna have a lot of space. So to fluff, you're gonna pull a tail and a loop in opposite directions, and this is gonna flip for a while, so it's fine.
I'll go and zoom in.
And then we're gonna go tail, and I'm gonna pull my loop to this side. So here's our loops, here's our tails. You want them completely opposite of each other. So here we had our tail and loop. So So we're going to go opposite here. And then we're going to do the same on the other side. So, tail and loop. And we can just move these, which we will. You will refluff the layout. Your just initial goal is to get them going in the same directions. So whichever way you pull your loop and tail on one side, you're going to pull it the opposite way on the other side. So just like that. Just makes it hard when you have your pipe cleaners there. So here's that, opposite direction. And
you guys got a great view. I zoomed in, so give me a thumbs up.
if you like the view.
Yeah.
Very cool. Okay, so I'm looking, it goes here. I think I'm gonna mix this one, otherwise then the reds start following reds, so I'm just gonna break up that pattern. I just have to remember on the next one that we're gonna go opposites, so that our black and tan don't follow the black and white. They're completely opposite.
Right.
And then here. And then now is where you get to look at your ribbons, and you can reorganize the layout.
Based on how you want it, yeah.
Yeah, based on exactly how you want it. Just like so. And then if you want to put your curls back in your tails, all you do is just put your fingers on each side and just pull. And that'll kind of put the little curl back in them, almost like scissors would have done on curling ribbon. Obviously we can't do these ones yet till we get them off and on the wreath. So now I'm going to take it off my C-hook. This to the side. And because I have my bow and my sign, we're going to go ahead and just remove all the interior pipe cleaners real quick.
Amanda said that gingham ribbon is one of my favorites.
Oh, so yeah, it is. I was able to find, this is new this year, they have black and orange gingham for Halloween.
Ooh.
So it's going to be fun to make a country
like Halloween
farmhouse, yeah, Halloween wreath. Just kind of using a lot of natural colors. So we're just going to twist these a couple more times to make sure nothing comes undone.
Do you have your hole punch out? Do you need it?
I don't need it. The sign's already got 2 holes in it.
On the top and bottom? Okay.
So I'm going to just utilize those holes.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Joyce said beautiful. Don said that is beautiful.
So remember, if you're like unsure wreath technique, the ruffles are going to give you more of a low and flat design, even though it's still kind of fluffy in the inside. It's more designed to do bigger signs with. So I'm just snipping these off, and then I tuck the ends down into the center of the wreath, the little edge. Just like that. And sometimes it's nice to do custom orders on lives, because then you can include the link for the customer and say, hey, if you want to watch how your wreath was created, here's the link.
Yep.
You can go to YouTube and watch it being created from start to finish.
Yep. And that's what Barbara said. Is this a surprise video? And I said, yep.
Yeah,
she had to do a custom order, so she decided to do a live at the same time.
Yeah, we talked about it last night, and everyone's like, why didn't you do the chicken wreath? We want to see that. And I'm like, because I already had the patriotic wreath, the material's already cut.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and, this, like I said, it's 11.75 from Craft Outlet. It already has the holes in the top and bottom, so no holes are needing to be punched,
right,
unless you want the other side. This is a really well-made sign because it's not thin. This is a very thick sign. And I'm going to use my white pipe cleaners.
No chickens were hurt in the making of this wreath.
And these are not live eggs, right? It's just a super cute design. And we'll do it here. Oop, not this color. It's like, have that one there. So now I am gonna kind of lay this on top. I'm gonna look at my bow, because there's always one side that has tails, like a ton of tails, and then there's one side that always has more loops with maybe just one or two. So I'm kind of seeing maybe in here that if we were to lay this way, it's kind of cute because the chicken ribbon frames the sign.
You'll refluff your bows and pull them again.
Oh yeah.
So.
You just gotta look and see where you want everything to go. But you don't want it to really impact your sign that much. So sometimes it's just looking around the rest of your bow and going, is there a better way to put that?
So are you going to center your sign, or are you going to do it a little off?
It's going to be kind of off to the side. So I think I'm kind of happy. I'm going to lift this up and hope it doesn't go anywhere. It'll kind of go like that.
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay. So let's go ahead and attach. Yeah, let's attach our bow first. So I'm going to move my sign. And the nice things about Ruffles is that your pipe cleaners go down through the mesh fairly nice. You don't have to really pull too hard. You don't want to pull too hard on your bow, because then you'll pull your bow right to the frame, which would just alligator your bow. So we'll just kind of, we'll put more loops there and move our tails around to the other side. So
and gals, feel free to share this video since it's on the public group. We appreciate it.
So,
hi, Kathy.
we will push this
Hi,
up.
Kathy and Kathy.
Kind of looking at it, where do I want it to fall? Probably right there, because I like it in the upper left-hand corner. But now I'm just trying to get it centered on my frame, and I'm right on my weld, so that makes for a perfect place to go. And with these signs, you can pull them down into the mesh, because we're going to come around and we're going to pull all that mesh out so that it'll frame our sign more. So I'm trying to pull some of my color out. So, not all of it. And then get this one down. Okay. And you always want to make sure you get it between the two rails. So I've had it a couple times where I'm like, it's not securing, and then I look and they're like next to each other. So now we will pull some of our mesh out. Like this, so that it frames our wreath. Make sure we pull this down.
Hi, gals, just joining.
Weeks. I'm gonna pull this one down just a touch more. There we go. So it lowers a little bit so we can actually still see farm. I think I have to move. Let's move this over.
George said the wreath is beautiful and love the bow.
Thank you. So I'm just rearranging some of my tails and loops. So I'm really trying hard not to cover the sign too much, because we have the whole farm fresh and then the chicken. So let's We need to do this. Pull, pull, pull. That way it softens the edge so it's not quite so harsh. Let's pull the bow over a little bit more. There we go. I'm swapping these two. A little bit like this. Move it this way. Okay. Always something to deal with when you're when you have words that you don't really want to cover, but you just kind of want to accent a little bit. So let me show you what this looks like. This is where we're at thus far. Does that look okay to you? Okay.
Yeah.
It's just hard for me because I'm like, you get to see it up and I get to see it flat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, Lindy. And then Vicky Mo said, so pretty. My first time seeing you from Kentucky.
Oh, thanks for joining us.
Welcome, Vicky. Yeah, we have other gals that are around your area in Kentucky.
Okay. So, we're going to go to the outside. And yes, so we will be getting to the chicken wire. So this is exactly what the chicken wire looks like. This is actually going to go on top of all of our burlap ribbon. So then it makes this, it's just two elements that I like good together, the burlap with chicken wire. So I'm going to put all the tails in first, and then we're going to come back in, and we're actually using twice as much chicken wire and burlap as we are the regular ribbon, because it's kind of like that theme based.
Right.
So this is cut, the burlap is cut to 13-inch pieces, and I really like play because I really want that to be featured predominantly at the front. Like, I don't want chicken wire to be all up here hidden. So I look at the spacing of, you know, do I start it here, here, and here? You know, you got to kind of look at it that way. So I am just starting kind of to the bottom left. And we're just going to go ahead and tie these in. And then I'm alternating the chicken print with the Farm Fresh ribbon.
Right.
So it's like burlap, then this, then burlap, then the other, so that it's kind of alternating between these patterns and prints of like cream and black,
Right.
or the black and tan.
So you've got 6 of the burlap and the chicken wire, and then 3 each of the other ones.
Correct. I was like, wow, yeah, that's exactly what I did. Okay, so then we're going to do this.
And I'll zoom in once she starts turning it over and you can see it.
Yeah. So again, I fan them out because then that just helps make the wreath look wider. It just draws your eye away. So we're adding these in. And I just give them like 2 twists. Just like so. Again, we'll be coming back and refluffing everything for final touch. So our goal is, let's just get it all in there and then we can fix and fluff. Let's do. Sometimes it's just hard to grab the pipe cleaners. Especially when it starts to get close to the edge of the sign.
Yeah.
So we're back to chicken ribbon. Again, these are all cut to 13-inch pieces. And then burlap. I really hope they don't get rid of the chicken wire. Because every time we've gone, it's been like there's only like 1 or 2 rolls left. And even then, the 1 or 2 rolls look like, did somebody open that and take some out?
Yeah, next time we go, if they have a couple, we can just stock up.
Or just order online.
Yeah.
See if they're online.
Yeah, Wanda said love it. Karen said it's gorgeous.
Thank you. Okay.
It's kind of a new time slot for us doing it Saturday at 2, so
We had
different.
For me, I had nothing else to do.
Yeah.
I had to put this custom order because it's got to go out on Monday. So I'm like, I'm going to make it anyway. Everyone was saying, why didn't we make it last night? So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to cut all my materials and then let's just go live. Just trying to get them in there nice and snug, especially the burlap, just because the chicken wire is going to sit on top of the burlap. More chicken print. And then the bow will lay flat once I remove the pipe cleaners that are under the bow pushing up. And that will allow me to readjust the bow too. But I have 4 sets of pipe cleaners underneath, kind of pushing it up on this side. So this one. Did I say that all the ribbon came from Craft All except this?
Yeah.
Except the burlap, because we didn't put the burlap in the bow. So this burlap is from Hobby Lobby. So if you're going to go there and pick up the chicken wire, you may as well grab the burlap too, because it's in that same section. Kind of fairly close to that as well. And last one. Right in here. Got this one out. Okay, now where the printed ribbon is going to be, I'm going to be alternating the black and white ticking. Obviously this is going to go, how do I have it? Look, I think I did it black and white, went on black and white, oddly enough, and then the gingham's gonna go on the black and tan, because it looks weird when you take this and try to like look at how it looks.
Put your eggs on top of your chicken wire, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me go ahead and add these really quick because the chicken wire is going to take a bit. So I'm going to take the black and white ticking. These are cut to 16-inch pieces. I'm just making the half bows. So you're just going to match your ribbon ends, kind of come up to where you have 2 inches from here to where you've pinched it. And we're going to just lay these right on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm cutting too. So this is going on the black and white.
And then you just fold the cut edge around and hide it behind your loop.
Yeah. And then we're gonna open these up so that they match. We're gonna take the gingham and we're gonna add this to our black and tan. Same way we're doing half bows. So I'm just going to get these out of the way and then we can just work with the chicken wire.
Hi, Kat. Any questions, gals?
So far, this design has a tendency to be a very popular design. These don't stay in my shop long at all. Matter of fact, I just made one just for, I'm like, I just had the sign. Let's just make another one. I could put it up in our kitchen. Nope. just made it and it sold.
Well, that's the thing. You gotta make one and then just not post it.
Sometimes people just see it though, and they're like, "What is that behind you?" I'm like, "Oh, wow, let us see that one." I'm like, "Okay, is that for sale?" I guess, yeah, it is. So
Kathy, the mesh is all cut to 20 inches.
Ruffles.
All 18 pieces. Ruffled.
Right.
2.5 inches cut to 13 inch, and then I'm assuming the 1.5 inch is cut to 16 inch.
16 inch.
Yep.
Yep. So I just have 6 of these, so I'm just going around and getting these out of the way. And then, like I said, it just allows me the freedom to just do the chicken wire. So once I put the half bow in, like Steve says, I'll cut the pipe cleaner, tuck the sharp edge behind the loop, fan out the tail so that they look like little awareness bows. So I have a couple more left. And we're going to go in here. And then I just will twist them like 4 times. 2, 3, 4, or 5. Just to make sure the bows don't come undone.
Kat said late arriving, but a nice break.
Yeah, it is for me too. And who knows, will I make another wreath after this? Maybe. It's a very relaxing thing. You just put your music on. If it's raining outside, I always open my windows because I love to listen to it rain. We just don't get enough of it here.
Yeah. Not like they do back northeast, north
Right.
central. Yeah.
Last one for here, and then I'll show you how we prep the chicken ribbon.
Seems like Michigan, Wisconsin, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, they always get a delayed long winter.
This has just been a delayed long winter for everybody. Nobody really got the normal
Yeah.
that we're all used to getting. Okay, so chicken ribbon, right? It comes like this from Hobby Lobby. I'm trying to think. I want to say it's either 18 feet. I want to say it's 18 feet. It's 2 1/4 inches wide. So, and it is literally just like chicken wire, exactly like what it is. Well, it would come bigger.
Yeah, I
It wouldn't come in pieces this size. So I have cut these to 16-inch pieces, and here's the reason why. You've got these little sharp points, and I know you guys can't really see these, but when you cut through your little hexagon patterns, then, because that's what you're going to want to do, you're going to want to cut in the middle. And then once you do that, you have these little 1/4 inch ends that are extraordinarily sharp. So what you want to do, because you always want to safety first, if there's any of the wire that looks like it's slowly starting to come untwisted, you can use your needle nose pliers to twist it back. But what I do is right, not the first one, but the second one down, I'm going to take this and I'm going to bend the whole thing right at that point. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the wired edges and I'm going to bring those up, because then it kind of locks the ribbon back in place.
Right.
And then usually the end pieces are just a single wire sometimes. So I just take those and kind of twist them around the outside pieces. And then just make sure, if you have any pieces that look like, you know, somebody could potentially,
Poked.
yeah, just bend them, pull them around, and take all those little points and fold them down. So I always literally do this just to make sure I'm not going to get pinched, and you have to do that on both sides. So I actually have a part that right here looks like it just needs to get twisted a couple of times more. Do the same thing. We're going to fold that down, and then we're going to take all the tips and flip them up. It just goes so much faster than the times before I would take it and try to make the pattern look exactly the same. And now I'm like, just fold them. And then we're good to go. And then I think your finished one will be 13 inches, which is where we need it to wind up to make it match the burlap, because the burlap's cut at 13 inches. So again, you're going to do the same thing. You're just going to pinch the middle, you're going to fan to the outside, and then you're going to place these right on top of your burlap ribbon and do your 4 or 5 twists on your pipe cleaner, and then cut that off, and then twist your pipe cleaner back down towards the center, and then you can arch your ribbon so that it kind of matches your burlap, so that it kind of looks like this. So I've already done the other 5 pieces. I was like, I could just save one and get that to work.
So you're gonna go around and do all the...
Just the burlap ones. Yeah, there's 6 pieces.
Yeah, but I mean, then you're gonna go and do your eggs at the end.
Yeah.
Okay.
That would make sense.
Well, you can do your eggs as you go.
Nah. I try to save something for the fun part. I love embellishing at the tail end. So, we will do this. Arch. Make sure everything.
Yep, just pinch it in the middle.
Yep.
Make it look like a V.
Yep. And just kind of angle it down and under.
It does, it really gives that depth, that extra level of detail.
Yeah, it's like, oh my god, look, they did chicken ribbon on here. It's like, yeah, we did. Just making sure these are all done. Sometimes it helps me to find where's middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Snip. Go.
What do you guys think so far? Let us know if you like it or if you love it.
You're not given the option to hate it.
Nope.
Oh. I was like, wow, that's a biased poll. You either get to like it or love it. There's no other option. And this will allow our bow once again to lay flat.
Cass said embellishing is like a reward for the job well done.
It is. Yeah. I really love it. Although I really like the design part too. Like when we did the cow ones, we added cowbells to the cow one. We added the plastic milk bottle caps that came on the old milk bottles from back in my parents' days. And they were legitimate vintage milk bottle caps. Those are sometimes fun, just finding the oddest things to really make your design stand out. Last 2. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pull all these down so I can actually let my bow lay flat. Okay. Last piece. One, 2, 4, 5. Last one. Okay. I can hear the wire.
Yeah.
It's like right.
We can go back and fluff those and adjust those too so they don't hit any door.
Yeah. Well, I'm still fluffing my bow. Because I want this just to touch this way.
Hi Pat. She just did a surprise Saturday live just because she already had to do this custom order, so we decided to go live.
It's like, surprise! I'm just moving this over. So I'm moving my sign over a little bit. Just a touch over so I can pull it down. That's why you don't cut your ties off of your signs and your bow until you're done.
Yeah.
Because anything you need to readjust, you can do it that way. And everything.
Pull your sleeves up.
Huh?
Pull your sleeves up.
Yeah, I know, right? I forget. Okay. Okay. There we go. Okay. So now, there we go. I'm like, how'd that? Oh, because I was flipping it up to readjust the bow. Okay. So now the fun embellishment part. It's taking your little speckled eggs. We're actually going to take the eggs and we're putting the eggs every single place the chicken wire is. So I have 6, right? Yes. 6 spots for these. So just a little big blob of Gorilla Glue. It's going right in, right where my everything meets, right at the corner, the point of the yeah. So let me flip this so you can see. Right there. Because then while I have that turned, I'll go ahead and add this here. I think I have one under the bow, so I'll do that one too. It's just nice to make sure that those little touches just really make your design kind of all come together. Let's do this.
Hey Peggy, she said, what a surprise. Yeah, she decided to do a live on Saturday.
Right?
And then Wilhelmine said, I'm glad I made it back in time to watch you finish.
Yay! Okay. Got that one there. Little blobs. I just kind of start on the outside. I feel like I'm glazing a cupcake because you just start on the outside and go all the way to the middle. Two more.
Maria said, hey Kat, late but got to see you're finishing the wreath. Love it.
Aw, thanks.
Katrina said, love it. And then Pat said, gosh, where'd you buy chicken wire on a spool? Hobby Lobby.
Hobby Lobby.
It's in their regular
ribbon section. So if you wait till Monday, it'll be half price. So it'll only be $1.99 for that whole roll. Which is a really good price. Okay. The last one. I'm trying to get those to stick so when I go to lift it, and then here's the one that I said we're adding to the center of our Harlequin bow. It just, when you do the black and white, it's kind of like a cream color and black. It just like really sets the tone for that wreath. Okay. There we go. Let's take this one down. Chicken one up.
Cindy said you do awesome work.
Thanks, Cindy.
Peggy said buffering loud, but it could be her Comcast is out, but she's on her phone. Probably. Mary said watching from West Virginia. Hi, gals. Patty said thanks, it's a great wreath.
Oh, thank you. And then you're just going to go around and make sure all of your tails and your half bows are all where they need to be. Okay. Trying to stay out of your way. Bring this one over a bit.
Mary, almost all the ribbons are from Craft Outlet, except the burlap. It was from Hobby
Yeah.
Lobby. Yeah.
The one down here. So everything in the bow is all Craft Outlet. So, what do you think?
Yep. Cindy said, yeah, this is one of my favorites. Love it. That looks awesome, babe.
And then I'm trying to, because I'm so picky about the sign and the wording.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you can still see it. The F is a little bit covered, but it's fine. You know what
It
it is.
depends on where you're at,
Right.
how you're looking at that. So, and I just take the chicken wire if I have to and just kind of tuck it so it's not. Okay. Okay. Let's kind of come up here.
Amanda said it's beautiful. I love it. Juana said absolutely gorgeous. Linda said very cute.
Thank you.
Patty said maybe do the sunny side one next time.
Is there a sunny side?
Maybe do the sunny one next time. I don't know. Maybe there's a sunny one. Maybe there's a new one.
I'm gonna have to look. I do have 5 other signs that just came in yesterday, I think, right?
Yeah.
And they're more rustic, more wood looking signs. So like I said, this was a specific custom order, so they knew what they wanted. So I had just enough to make sure it would go off without a hitch. So hopefully you guys found this informative. Tomorrow, private group, 5 o'clock, we're doing Ruffle based method, and then Monday is our open Q&A Etsy shop evaluation thing for the business class tutorial, because we do private group gets 5 or 4 extra tutorials every Sunday, and then 4 extra business classes on Mondays at 5. So if you guys are interested and you want to join the private group, it's under KatsCreationsNMore.com. It's my website. Scroll all the way to the bottom. There's 2 different ways. So one, if you decide you just want to get it all out of the way and not have monthly reoccurring, if you go to my Etsy shop, you get a month and a half free. If you buy, it's like, what is it? 9.5? Mm-hmm. No, 10.5 months.
Yeah.
You pay 10.5 months and you pay for it all up front, but then you're good. You don't have anything else to worry about. That's on my Etsy shop, or you can go to my website and do it at $17 a month. The rates are going up May 1st. So the thing is once you're in, whatever rate you're locked in at is the rate that you continue to pay, regardless of the increase in monthly fees as it, as it changes. So any other questions?
That's it. They're saying they love how it came together, especially with the chicken wire wreath on it. The eggs were a nice finishing touch.
Awesome. Thank you.
Cindy said very informative. And then Wilhelmine said thanks so much for the surprise live. I loved it.
Oh, yeah. So you never know. Like
Yep.
I said, we have lots of time now.
And Audrey's always great because she said, I love the way these come out, which I have watched you do another great job. Very stunning as always. Thank you again for the surprise.
Yeah, so this is the 3rd one to hit my YouTube. We'll be hitting the YouTube group. So there was one from 2 years ago, which was very basic. And then obviously it evolved, 11 months ago?
Yeah.
And then this is the 2020 version. So if you like this look, if you want one, message me. That's the only way I'm doing these designs for this particular color palette. So just message me if you're interested. Other than that, I guess I will see you when we see you, because it could always change. It could be like Tuesday we do a live instead of Friday. So you just never know. Other than that, regular scheduled live is always Friday night at 5 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. And have a great rest of the weekend. Go out or get together I don't even know how do you even say that now. You can't get together with anybody.
Well, you can, as long as it's a small group. Get together with a fellow crafter and
Yeah, you never know.
just stay away from large public areas.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I don't, whatever. Okay. Have a great weekend, everyone. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.